สวัสดีครับผมโอ๊ตเฉลิมพล ฤทธิชัยผู้สื่อข่าวพิเศษของ GMM25 วันนี้เราอยู่กันที่โรงภาพยนตร์ Ziegfeld Theater สถานที่ที่ใช้เปิดฉายรอบปฐมทัศน์ของหนังเรื่อง TED 2 เรื่องราวของตุ๊กตาหมีพูดได้ที่สร้างความประทับใจให้กับผู้ชมมาแล้วทั่วโลกผลงานของเซธ แมคฟาร์แลนด์ซึ่งทำหน้าที่ทั้งเขียนบทภาคและกำกับการแสดง Well, both TED 1 and TED 2 to me seem very American, and yet TED broke all the records all over the world, including Thailand. Why do you think that is?
I think part of it may be as simple as the way Ted looks, and that his he's this cute fuzzy thing saying inappropriate things, which kind of translates across the cultural borders, I think. It's also that the story is pretty universal, pretty simple and relatable, and this relationship between these two characters, John and Ted, is fairly ubiquitous. So it seems American on the surface, but I think underneath it's more broad than it initially looks.
Okay, you ready?
Oh shit, yeah.
Here it comes.
Okay, I'm ready.
มาร์ควอลเบิร์กกลับมารับบทที่ทำให้เขากลายเป็นซูเปอร์สตาร์จอห์น เบนเน็ต What is TED 2 about?
TED 2, well, when you meet John and Ted now in this new adventure, John is newly divorced, and Ted is trying to take the plunge into marriage. He marries Tammy Lynn. It's a very short-lived honeymoon. They're already fighting, and there's lots of problems in the marriage. And he decides the only way to save his marriage is to have a baby. And obviously, because he has no penis, and there are many other problems and reasons why he can't have a baby. But they become committed to figuring out a way to have a baby. So we try to go the sperm donor route. That doesn't work out. Then he decides, okay, I'm just going to adopt. And they basically say, you're not a person. You can't adopt. You don't have the same rights as human beings. You're property. And then we decide to fight for his civil rights and prove that he is, in fact, a person and worthy of being a father.
Hi.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. You must be
และ
Ted.
ผู้ที่มารับบททนายความสาวอ่อนประสบการณ์ก็คืออแมนดา เซฟเรต
I worked with Seth on A Million Ways to Die in the West, and then he was looking for like a new kind of storyline, new love interest for John, and I don't know, we got along really well. We became really close friends after that movie, and so he just called me up.
You sing so beautifully. Whose idea was it to make you sing in this movie?
Seth, he had this song that he sent me. He's like, we're thinking about putting this in the movie. It's called Mean Old Moon, and I was listening to it and I was like, this is amazing. How are you going to incorporate this into the movie? And he was like setting up this campfire bit. And then when I read it in the script, I was like, this is so cheesy. This doesn't make any sense. Why? And he's like, in every good comedy, there's a ballad. And so I trusted him on that as well. I trusted him implicitly, and it worked out.
What did you think I would do at this moment?
Objection.
Overruled.
When you read the script, was there any part when you go like, oh no?
Yes, a few, but the biggest one obviously being the fertility clinic, only because I was just laughing. I remember, like it was yesterday, reading that scene and laughing, and then going on to the next scene and then kind of stopping and saying, whoa, wait a second, going back and looking to make sure that it was happening to Ted and not me, but it was happening to me. And I was like, oh, that's going to be hard. That's not one that I'm looking forward to, but I knew it would be a very memorable moment in the movie.
There were some scenes where I was just like, really Cookie Crisp in his butt, really. I mean, some potty humor is just too simple for me, but whatever.
Hey, $20, I can toss a Cookie Crisp into his ass crack.
Wait, let me try. I used to pitch for the softball team in Arizona State.
Oh my god! Who did that?
เจสสิก้า บาธกลับมารับบทแทมมี่ ลินแฟนสาวของเท็ดบทเล็กๆในภาคแรกซึ่งถูกขยายให้กลายเป็นบทนำในภาค 2 How difficult is it to act to a stick?
Well, you're not even really acting to a stick, you're acting with nothing because you get to rehearse with the stuffed animal or the eye line, and then they take that away and you're acting with nothing. So it's very difficult, it's very challenging to be able to get to the emotional parts, the places that you have to get to with reacting off of nothing. So you really have to do your work. I prepared a ton. I did a bunch of backstory and journaling and building this relationship between Ted and Tamulan so that I believed it, so then in turn the audience would root for them and believe it as well.
My last question. Do you mind saying hi to your fans in Thailand?
Sure.
สวัสดีครับ
How do I say it?
สวัสดีครับ
Sawati krab.
That's mean hello.
All right. Sawati. Do I supposed to? Never mind. Sawati krab.
Sawadika.
สวัสดีค่ะ
Sawatika.
สวัสดีครับ
Sawatika.
สวัสดีครับ
Sawati Krab. Hi, Mark Wahlberg here. Please go enjoy TED 2. And thank you for making TED such a success. Thank you.
TED เป็นหนังเรท R ที่ทำรายได้ทั่วโลกสูงสุดในประวัติศาสตร์ถึง$500 ล้านสหรัฐหลายคนกำลังจับตาดูว่า TED 2 จะสร้างประวัติศาสตร์ซ้ำรอยได้หรือไม่เฉลิมพล ฤทธิชัย GMM 25 New York City